At the beginning of the story, we see a girl lying in the middle of the road, ready to end her life. After a short while, a car appears on that road. As soon as the girl sees the car coming toward her, the fear of a painful death makes her change her mind. She quickly gets up and moves to the side of the road. The driver doesn't stop to help her. He simply ignores her and drives past, as if he didn't see anything. The girl's name is Lisa, and her life is far from okay. In fact, today is her daughter's birthday. But her daughter is no longer alive. After driving ahead, the man in the car realizes his mistake. He reverses and comes back to Lisa. The man, whose name is Adam, asks her, "Are you okay?" Lisa replies, "Yes, I'm fine. Nothing happened." Adam then tells her that the city is quite far from this deserted area, and if she wants, he can give her a ride. Lisa agrees and immediately gets in his car. During the drive, Adam asks, "What were you doing alone in such a deserted place?" Lisa tells him that it's her daughter's birthday today, which is why she's been missing her terribly. But unfortunately, her daughter is no longer in this world, and now she is completely alone. There's no one left in the world she can call her own. Hearing this, Adam says, "So that's why you were lying in the middle of the road trying to die?" Lisa responds, "I don't want to die. I just want to somehow see my daughter one last time." Just then, Lisa turns on the car radio. A news report is playing. The reporter says that a serial killer is roaming in the forest, and earlier that morning, he killed 2 more girls. The police don't have a picture of the killer, but they do have a description. He is a fair-skinned man, drives a brown car, and has a cross mark on his right hand. Hearing this, Lisa is shaken to her core. The description the reporter gives matches Adam exactly. When she notices the cross mark on his hand, she becomes terrified. Before she can do anything to save herself, Adam suddenly slams on the brakes. Lisa's head hits the dashboard hard, and she loses consciousness. When Lisa regains consciousness, she finds herself trapped inside a strange bunker, surrounded by strong iron walls on all sides. Lisa panics as she realizes she's trapped in this enclosed space. She starts screaming for help, but no one comes. We see that she's been dressed in a strange suit, and there's a watch strapped tightly to her wrist. Lisa tries desperately to take it off, but the watch is extremely secure. No matter how hard she tries, it won't come off. Eventually, when she realizes there's no easy way out, she gives up and sits down, exhausted, crying. Suddenly, the chamber door opens. Lisa notices a tunnel on the other side of the door, with a faint light visible at the far end. She understands that if she wants to escape, she has to go through that tunnel. Relieved, she quickly moves toward it, thinking she's found a way out. But the moment she enters the tunnel, the chamber door behind her slams shut on its own. Her breath catches. Now, she realizes she's stepped into something even more dangerous. Just then, the bracelet on her wrist starts beeping. A timer appears, 11 minutes. Lisa understands immediately. She has 11 minutes to get out, or she'll be trapped here forever. Without wasting a second, she begins crawling forward on her hands and knees, rushing toward the light. But as she gets closer, the door at the end of the tunnel slowly starts to close. Panicking, Lisa speeds up, but by the time she reaches it, the door shuts completely. Now she's stuck again. She breaks down, screaming in frustration. That's when she notices another narrow passage beside the closed door. It's extremely tight, barely enough for a person to squeeze through. With no other option, Lisa gathers her courage and forces herself into the narrow tunnel. After a painful struggle, she manages to push through and continues forward. Soon, she reaches a section that looks like a platform split into 2 paths, one above and one below. Confused, Lisa chooses the upper path and starts crawling ahead. But after moving a short distance, the floor beneath her begins to rise. If she doesn't escape in time, she'll be crushed between the floor and the ceiling. Terrified, Lisa moves faster. She's just seconds away from being crushed when her hand finally reaches the end of the tunnel. At the last possible moment, she pulls herself out as the passage completely seals behind her. Gasping for breath, she realizes she narrowly escaped being crushed to death. But she has no idea that things are about to get even worse. Suddenly, her watch beeps again. The alarm indicates that half the time is already gone. She now has only 5 minutes left, so she pushes herself to move forward again. After going a little further, Lisa notices someone lying in the path. As she gets closer, she realizes it's not a living person, but a badly burned corpse. The body is in terrible condition. Just like Lisa, this person also has a watch strapped to their wrist. Lisa immediately understands this person was trying to escape the tunnel just like her, but failed and died here. Seeing the body shatters whatever hope she had left. It makes her feel like escaping this place might be impossible. Still, somehow, she gathers the courage to move forward. She pushes the corpse aside and continues crawling. When she checks her watch, she sees that only 2 minutes remain. Panic sets in, and she starts moving faster. Suddenly, a set of strong iron bars drops down, blocking her path. At the same time, multiple heating pipes begin to emerge from the tunnel walls, rapidly increasing the temperature. Lisa is terrified. She realizes that soon, she might end up just like the burned body she saw earlier. She doesn't know what to do. Just then, a small section of the wall behind her opens up. Without wasting a second, Lisa crawls back and squeezes inside. Instantly, a glass door seals the section completely. The moment the timer on her watch hits 0, flames burst out of the heating pipes like a blast. Within seconds, the entire tunnel is engulfed in fire. The section Lisa is trapped in is completely secure, saving her life. After a while, the pipes retract back into the walls and the fire dies down. The chamber she's in opens up again. Even after witnessing all this, Lisa doesn't want to step out, but the wall itself forces her out, pushing her back into the tunnel as it reconnects automatically. As soon as she steps out, her watch resets. Another 11-minute timer begins. She barely moves forward when the ceiling of the tunnel suddenly drops down, pressing close to the floor. There's just enough space left for her to crawl through. Now completely helpless, Lisa breaks down, crying loudly. When she looks at her watch, she realizes what it means. After exactly 11 minutes, the tunnel will once again be flooded with fire, turning her into ashes. She thinks to herself that instead of dying such a horrible death, it's better to at least try escaping one more time. With that, she gathers her courage again and starts crawling forward on her back, using her hands to push herself ahead. After struggling like this for some distance, the tunnel finally ends, and ahead of her, there's a large water tank. Lisa is completely exhausted now, and her thirst has become unbearable. Still lying down, Lisa uses her hands to scoop up water and drinks it, quenching her thirst. When she looks at her watch, only 8 minutes remain. There's no visible path ahead except through the water. Taking a deep breath, she dives into the tank. Once inside, she realizes how large it is. Disoriented, she has no idea which direction to go. She swims around, desperately searching for an exit, but finds none. The path she entered from is already sealed shut. Her breath starts to run out. Just then, a hatch above opens. Lisa quickly swims upward and manages to get out. As soon as she surfaces, she gasps for air and begins moving forward again. But she's completely exhausted now. Every step feels heavier than the last, and soon, she collapses mid-path and briefly loses consciousness. Suddenly, she hears someone screaming. There's someone else in here. The desperate cries for help echo through the tunnel, reigniting a spark of hope inside her. She forces herself up and starts following the voice. Without warning, a section of the floor beneath her opens, revealing a pit filled with boiling acid. Lisa barely manages to stop herself from falling in. The acid is so powerful that it could melt solid iron within seconds. To test it, Lisa tears a piece of her clothing and drops it into the acid. Within moments, the fabric turns into black ash. Realizing how dangerous it is, she moves forward very carefully. Placing her hands and feet along the narrow edges, she tries to cross. But just as she's about to make it, her knee accidentally touches the acid. She screams in pain. Luckily, the suit she's wearing protects her from being completely burned through, but her knee is badly injured. The good thing is, the voice is now much closer. Ignoring the pain, Lisa continues toward it. Finally, she reaches a metal grid. A short distance away, there's another grid, and behind it stands a man. Like Lisa, he's wearing the same suit and has a watch strapped to his wrist. Lisa calls out to him, "Listen to me. We're both trapped here. If we help each other, we can get out." But the man has clearly been stuck there for too long. His mental state is unstable. One moment, he starts abusing her. The next, he apologizes. He mutters that they will come back soon and kill both of them. Then he bursts into hysterical laughter. At that moment, Lisa notices the timer on his watch, 60 seconds. The heating pipes begin emerging from the walls again. This time, the safe section that opens appears right between Lisa and the man, and there's only enough space for one person to hide. Now, either that insane man would survive, or Lisa. In the next moment, the iron grids in front of both of them slide open. They both rush toward the chamber at full speed and reach it at the same time. A violent struggle begins. At times, Lisa manages to push the man out of the chamber, and at other moments, the man shoves her out. They fight desperately, knowing only one of them can survive. As the final seconds tick away, Lisa gathers all her strength and kicks the man out of the chamber. The man grabs her leg, trying to pull her out with him, but just then the 60 seconds run out. The glass door of the chamber slams shut, slicing off the man's hand. He screams in agony. At that moment, Lisa notices something on his severed hand, a cross tattoo. Seeing it, everything clicks. This man is Adam, the same serial killer who drugged her in the car. Now Lisa understands the truth. She had believed that Adam brought her here and trapped her, but she was wrong. Adam himself is just another victim, now facing death. Within seconds, Lisa's timer hits 0 again. Flames burst out from the heating pipes, and in a matter of moments, Adam is reduced to ashes. Watching his horrific death with her own eyes, Lisa trembles in fear. After some time, a small robot enters the chamber through a narrow tunnel. It looks like a terrifying skull, but it doesn't harm Lisa. Instead, it heals her acid burn need. Lisa asks it who it is and why she's been brought here. In response, a tool extends from the robot's mouth and connects to Lisa's suit. Through this connection, fragments of her memory begin to flash back. She remembers being in the car with Adam. When she discovered his true identity, a struggle broke out. During the fight, Adam stabbed her in the chest and threw her out of the car. At that moment, she saw a bright white light descending toward her from the sky. Then, she snaps back to the present. Now Lisa understands those aliens saved her from Adam and brought her here. But before explaining anything further, the robot leaves. Lisa also realizes something important. Whatever these beings are, they don't want to kill her. She just has to survive this game to get out. Determined, Lisa steps out of the chamber and continues forward. Adam's severed hand still lies there. She notices strange symbols beneath the timer on his wrist. As she tries to figure out their meaning, a rotating fan blade suddenly comes rushing toward her. Startled, Lisa quickly retreats and narrowly escapes by climbing into a small opening that leads to an upper tunnel. Moments later, she hears footsteps above her. The sound stops at one point and a hatch opens. From it, a horrifying creature drops down. It looks human, but behaves like a wild animal. Its entire body is burned, and its eyes glow white like stone. Then Lisa notices something chilling, the creature's severed hand. That's when she realizes the truth. This creature is Adam, burned and transformed into something monstrous. He now wants to kill her. His eyes are destroyed, so he can't see her, but he can still hear her. Lisa begins moving forward quietly, trying not to make a sound. But suddenly, her watch lightly hits the floor, creating a faint noise. That small sound is enough. Adam hears it. Instantly, he rushes toward her, trying to kill her. Lisa is just seconds away from being caught when she quickly squeezes through a narrow tunnel and escapes to the other side. Since Adam can't see, he fails to pass through that tight space. Lisa keeps moving forward and soon reaches a point where the path splits into 2 tunnels. She hesitates. She has no idea which one to choose. After thinking for a while and still unsure, she takes a guess and enters the left tunnel. At the end of it, she finds herself in a room surrounded by glass walls. On those walls, she sees fragments of her entire life, memories from her birth to the moment she gave birth to her daughter. And then, the truth. She sees how her own carelessness led to her daughter's death. Overwhelmed, Lisa breaks down, crying uncontrollably. Suddenly, she notices Adam again. He's coming after her from above. Panicking, Lisa escapes once more into another tunnel. And this time, she sees something that fills her with hope. At the end of the tunnel, there's an open sky, a bright blue sky. Freedom feels so close. But to reach it, she must crawl through a path covered in sharp barbed wires. Only 60 seconds remain. At the same time, the heating pipes emerge again from the walls, ready to flood the area with fire once the timer ends. Without wasting a second, Lisa starts crawling under the barbed wires. The sharp spikes dig deep into her body, tearing her back apart. She's in unbearable pain. Blood starts pouring from her wounds, but she doesn't stop. Ignoring the pain, she keeps moving slowly toward the sky. Behind her, a chamber opens and Adam quickly hides inside it. The fire is about to come. Lisa, covered in blood, struggles to move forward. She's losing too much blood. Her vision starts to blur. Then, the 60 seconds run out. Flames begin to erupt. Just before the fire can consume her, a trapdoor opens beneath her and she falls into another chamber, losing consciousness. After some time, Lisa wakes up, only to find herself back at the very beginning. Everything she went through, all the pain, all the effort, was for nothing. She's completely broken now. Just then, the robot returns again to treat her wounds. But this time Lisa stops it. She refuses to go through it all again. She tells the robot she just wants to die. The robot accepts her request. A syringe-like tool extends from its mouth, moving toward her. But at the last moment, something clicks in Lisa's mind. She remembers the symbols on Adam's hand. Suddenly, she realizes those marks might be directions. With her own blood, she starts recreating those symbols on the wall. After studying them carefully, she understands. They are arrows, directions to escape. Then she realizes something even more important. The same kind of symbols must be under her own watch. Immediately, she asks the robot to heal her. Once her wounds are treated, Lisa sets out again, this time with a clear purpose. Since she has already been through these tunnels before, she moves faster now. When she reaches the acid pit, she burns off the watch using the acid and frees it from her wrist. Underneath, she finds the same symbols, slightly different but still guiding her. Holding the burned watch, she moves forward and reaches the first split again. This time, instead of going left like before, she follows the symbols and takes the right tunnel. Further ahead, another split appears. This time, she takes the left. Using the symbols as her guide, Lisa continues choosing the correct paths. But once again, Adam starts chasing her. Thinking quickly, Lisa throws her watch into one tunnel to mislead him and hides in another. Adam follows the sound of the watch and disappears into the wrong tunnel. But when Lisa checks the symbols on her wrist, her heart sinks. She just sent Adam into the correct path. Now she has no choice. She quietly enters the same tunnel Adam went into. This tunnel feels strange, almost like the inside of a living creature. As she moves forward, she sees her watch lying ahead. But Adam is there too. Since he can't see, Lisa carefully sneaks forward and picks up the watch. But suddenly the watch starts beeping the 60-second alarm. The sound alerts Adam again. He starts chasing her. Lisa turns back and runs the way she can. Meanwhile, the timer continues counting down and the heating pipes emerge again. A safety chamber opens. Lisa quickly jumps inside it. Adam reaches just in time, but it's too late. The glass door shuts. Safe inside, Lisa looks at him and raises her middle finger in defiance. But unfortunately, this time the heating pipes retract without releasing any fire. Moments later, the chamber door opens, and Adam lunges at Lisa. She fights back with everything she has. Struggling for her life, she manages to pin his head down with her leg. At the same time, the chamber wall begins pushing her forward. The pressure builds, and Adam's head is crushed. Finally, Lisa is free from him. She continues forward and soon reaches another split, 2 tunnels again. According to the symbols on her wrist, she has to take the right tunnel. This is the final path of the maze. But suddenly, a girl steps out from the left tunnel. Lisa freezes. Tears fill her eyes because the girl is her daughter, Nina. Ever since Nina died, Lisa had stopped living. Her only wish was to see her daughter one last time, and now, somehow, that wish has come true. Nina looks at her and says, "Don't leave me alone again." Lisa, crying, replies, "No, my child, I'll stay with you forever." Nina then says, "Then come with me into the left tunnel." Lisa's voice trembles. "Nina, I don't want to lose you again, but the truth is you're already gone, and my path is in the other tunnel." With immense pain, she turns away. Nina keeps calling out to her from behind, but Lisa forces herself to walk away. The moment she exits, she breaks down, crying uncontrollably. Then, without wasting any more time, she enters the right tunnel. At the end, she can see the open sky again. Hope returns. She moves forward quickly, but suddenly 3 large iron blades block her path, moving up and down rapidly. Crossing them means risking being sliced apart, but she has no choice. She carefully observes their pattern. The first blade drops every 4 seconds. Timing it perfectly, she dashes through as it rises and makes it across safely. The second blade drops every 3 seconds. She gathers her courage and crosses that one too. But the last blade, it drops every 2 seconds. Almost impossible. Still, driven by her desire for freedom, Lisa attempts it and barely makes it through, but not without cost. Her leg gets caught and severed. She screams in agony, but even then, she doesn't stop. Dragging herself forward, ignoring the pain, she reaches the end of the tunnel. The sky is right there. Freedom. She reaches out her hand, but instead of open air, her hand hits a screen. It was just a video, a fake sky. At that moment, all hope shatters. "I did everything you asked," she says. Then she starts laughing hysterically. The heating pipes emerge again. The timer is about to end. This time, she doesn't try to escape. She simply waits for death. But once again, the pipes retract without burning her. Suddenly, the ceiling of the tunnel opens, and a bright light shines down on her. Her body begins to rise into the air, slowly lifting toward the light until she disappears into it. After some time, Lisa opens her eyes. She finds herself lying beside a beautiful waterfall. For the first time, a smile returns to her face. And there, Nina is standing there. Lisa asks, "Am I dead?" Nina replies, "Your body didn't die just once, it died many times." Confused, Lisa asks, "Then what am I supposed to do now?" Nina gently answers, "Now you just have to live. That's all." And in that moment, it becomes clear this place is not the world she knew. It's something else entirely. A place as beautiful as heaven.